Hey guys, Next Mike Ike here with another video for Hero Cantare. Today's episode is going to be a re-roll guide. I'm going to take you through the beginning of the game and show you the point that you're going to want to re-roll, and we'll also cover what characters you should be re-rolling for. Alright, so we're going to jump in, playing on a guest account so I can show you the beginning of the game. We're going to skip all of the story parts. You can go through those if you're interested in the story when you start the game. And we'll get right in. So right away, you've got this quick little tutorial that you got to go through. The game will give you some preset characters to start with. And you kind of just go through and learn how to play the game here. So we'll beat this stage. So basically, this is stage 1-1. And then after 1-3, you will get a free 10 pull, and you want to use that free 10 pull to get at least one SS character, and you should be aiming for a couple specific SS characters. And if you don't get one of those, you're going to re-roll after the 1-3 stage. Now, after stage 1-5, you also get a selective summons, and that selective summons is an unlimited re-roll. And you can re-roll that unlimited times without resetting your account. And basically choose, you're basically going to re-roll and choose an SS character that you're going to want from that. So the main point where you're going to re-roll is actually after 1-3, because once you get to the 1-5, you're guaranteed to get an SS character, and you can re-roll for pretty much any of the characters that you're going to want. So real quick, we finished 1-1 there. It's going to be a quick little tutorial on how to level up characters. Do that. And then we can jump into 1-2. So you go into here, back. Now it'll give you these 3 characters that you get here are yours to keep. But you're not really going to use them pretty often, because once you do your re-rolls, you'll have characters that you're going to want to actually build and play with. So 1-1 doesn't have an auto mode, 1-2 does. So just come in here, hit auto, and it'll play through this stage for you. So key things to know about this re-rolling. You get to roll on banners, and if you're watching this video after this game's been out for a little bit, the banners that you have available are going to be different, but it shouldn't alter all that much, because I believe the characters that you're going to want to re-roll for should be the same. So even though the banners might be different, the characters that you're going to be re-rolling for shouldn't be. All right, so we finished 1-2 here. It's going to give us another quick tutorial, and this tutorial is going to be how to equip equipment. Go through that. Do 1-3 real quick. Same thing. You can put it in auto. Just let it do its thing. So what I think you should be doing is the main character you should be re-rolling for, in my opinion, is Chloris. She's the best healer in the game. At least right now she is. And I think you should be going for Chloris, and then any one of the other characters that I suggest re-rolling for. So if you get Chloris in your initial 10 pool, then use that selective summons to summon one of the other characters. If you get one of the other characters in your 10 pool, then use your selective on Chloris. Alright, so finish 1-3. The game's going to give us a free summons here. This character will always be an S character. You cannot get an SS from this first initial 1 pool. It's going to always be an S character. Alright, and then we can do our initial 10 pool. So to do the initial 10 pool, you come back to this main screen here and go to your mail, and you're going to have some pre-registration rewards. The one you're looking for is this one. It's 500,000 gold an SS +1 weapon that you're definitely going to want to equip. It's going to be the best weapon you have for a while. And then 50 of the summon material. Now this game is a lot like Epic 7, where that 50 of the of the summoning material is actually only 10 pulls. You need 5 of each of these for a pull. And right now there is actually a discount, so you actually only need 45 for a 10 pull. So we got that. As you can see, we got 50 of that material. And now we're going to go here. So this is going to be your summoning screen. And these are what I'm talking about with the banners. These are going to change. I think most of these banners run for 2 weeks. So if you're watching this video a month down the road or later, these banners are going to be different. And then this is your regular standard banner that is never going to change. So we're going to just pick one. One of the characters that I do think you should potentially be re-rolling for is this Crusader Mira Yu, or Mira Yo. So we're going to just go ahead and summon on her banner. And so you get 1 free summon on each of these banners, and then you have to spend your pulls. So we'll do our free summon on that banner. Got Rack here, not a character you're looking for. And then we're going to go down here. As you can see, it says open 10, and it actually says sales 10% off. That's why it's only going to cost us 45 to do this pull. And that's what we're going to pull for. And you're hoping to get a gold animation here. We did not, so we didn't get an SS character. So if this was your account, I would re-roll here. You definitely want to at least get an SS character. You can get multiple SS characters. In fact, on my main, I actually got pretty lucky and pulled 2 SS characters, and one of them was one of the characters I was re-rolling for, so that helped me start out pretty good. I'm going to keep this just because this is just a guest account. I'm not actually going to be playing on this, but this is the first point that you would want to re-roll. If you got this, you definitely want to re-roll. You're going to want to re-roll until you get at least 1 SS character, and I would suggest re-rolling for a couple specific characters. So, like I said, you also get a free summon on each of these banners, so go ahead and do those too. You could get lucky on one of those and get one of the characters that you're re-rolling for. I did not, so you definitely would want to re-roll this account. I'm going to continue playing through just to show you what you should be doing at 1.5 and what those selective summons looks like. So going to do 1.4 real quick here, guys, and I will meet you back here when I'm done with 1.5. All right, here we are, guys, finishing up 1.5. So finish that, and it's going to come up with this screen, which is telling you you're getting your selective summons. Hit go now, and it'll take us there. So it takes us back to the portal. This one at the top, the gold or yellow cube, is your selective summons. So the one thing to note about the selective summons, guys, is that there is a select characters that you can get. So some of the characters that come out later, we're only 2.5 weeks into this game. There's already a handful of characters that won't be on this. I'm going to go down here and show you the pulls. So this is the selective cube. So up here is the SS characters that you can pull. Again, some of your new characters might not be in this. So make sure you look at that and don't spend a bunch of time re-rolling for a character that you can't get. With that being said, on this selective summons, you will get 1 SS on every pull, and you can pull as many times as you want until you select it. You cannot get more than 1 SS. I do believe on Reddit there's some people that are like, oh, you can get more than 1. If you look right here on the selective, it says up to 1 SS hero will appear. So that is it. You can only get 1 SS from this. So don't sit there and pull a million times looking for 2 you cannot get to. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what this looks like. This will show you this animation, this gold animation is what you're looking for on your normal pulls, because that means you got an SS. And here we go. So actually this is a good pull. If you were re-rolling Kun, Eon Flames Kun is one of the characters I would say to re-roll for. So you would actually probably want to keep this roll. I'm going to show you what it looks like if you don't. So down here at the bottom, you have claim and retry. So if you hit retry, it'll come up and we're like, are you sure you want to re-roll? Yep. And you can do this as many times as you want. You're always going to get one SS character on here, and reroll until you find a character you want. Again, second roll, another character that I would suggest re-rolling for, so you would want to keep this. So I'm going to go ahead and claim that, and then we'll go through the summoning animations for each of those new characters that you got. There's Chloris, and that's it. Really, you'd want to go through 1-3, you want to get some SS characters, you want to get a couple specific ones probably, and then you want to use your selective summons after 1-5 to summon for very specific characters. I'm going to show you real quick the characters that I would suggest re-rolling for. So there is, right now at least, only a handful of characters that I would suggest re-rolling for. First one would be the Witch of the West, Mira Yu. Okay, she's a good DPS unit. She puts out a bunch of dots, so she's a pretty good character to start with. Next character I would suggest re-rolling for is Black March Bam, or BM Bam as people call. There is some confusion, or really just bad advice going around on the Reddit, and especially if you're looking at in-game chat. Some people are like, oh, you get Black March Bam for free, don't re-roll for him. You do. Potentially on your 6th day, probably going to take you a little more. Once you get to level 60 and you work through, the game does give you him for free. However, that's not a bad thing. You're going to need shards, character shards on these characters to level them up, to star them up, and to unlock some abilities. Bam is definitely one of those characters. He's one of the characters that has an ultimate, or what the game calls an EX skill. It's this Stardust, this purple one down here. To get him, you're going to need Bam, and then you're going to need 2 more Bams. You're going to need 2 more copies of Bam to unlock that ability. You're going to have to 4-star him, and then you're going to need his shards to unlock that. So re-rolling for Bam is definitely not a bad idea. In fact, I think you should be re-rolling for Bam. If I could pick one character to re-roll for, it would be Bam. Because you're going to get that free Bam is going to help you get some of those shards you're going to need to unlock his EX skill. Another character that I would re-roll for is Sora, Great Warrior Sora. Sora is a tank that definitely can put out some damage too. She's a very good character in this game and definitely worth re-rolling for. And then Chloris, like I said, Chloris is one of those characters. She's the best healer in the game, and honestly, I think you should be re-rolling for Chloris and one of the other characters I talk about. But I think Chloris should be one of your 2 SSs that you get. She will definitely help you through this game early on. Crusader Mira Yu, we kind of covered her. We pulled on her banner. A character again. She did just get a little bit of a nerf. Or she's getting a nerf. She's still one of the better characters in the game, one of the best DPS units in the game, definitely worth re-rolling for. Thing for Mira, unlike all the other characters that we've covered for re-rolling, Mira is not in that selective summon. So to get Mira, you're going to have to pull her on that initial 10 pull on that banner, and use your selective summons on someone else. You can't get her from the selective summons. And then the last one that I would suggest re-rolling for is Kun. So, again, I would suggest going with Chloris and then one of the other characters that I mentioned. If you get, if you really want a good DPS unit, then you should be focusing on Bam, Mira Yu, the Witch, or Crusader Mira Yu. Kun is more, he does do DPS, and he also puts out a lot of dots, but he is also more of a support unit. But, again, very good unit, so if you get him, definitely stick with him. And then Sora is a tank that can put out some good single-target DPS as well. All right, guys, so that covers about all the characters that I think you should be re-rolling for. Real quick at the end of the video, if you want to re-roll, especially after 1-3, it's as easy as this. You go up to the settings button, you go to account settings, and you go reset data. And that's it. That'll reset your account. And that's how you re-roll. So just to recap, you're going to want to use your 10 pull that you get after your 1-3 to reroll for one of those characters that I went over. With that pull, you can get multiple SSs on it. But if you get one of those characters that we went over, I would stop there. That's a good start. And then after 1-5, you get the selective summons, which is an unlimited reroll in the game. Use that to kind of fill in for another one of those SS characters. So you should be, after 1-5, you should have 2 SS characters, at least 2 SS characters, and have a pretty good start for your account on this game. And that's it, guys. That's the reroll guide. This is the Next Mike Ike here. Thank you for watching. If you could hit that subscribe button and hit that like button so I can get this channel up and going, that would be awesome. Feel free to comment down in the comment section if you have any suggestions, have any content that you would like me to cover. And, if you feel like I missed something on this reroll guide, let me know. Again, guys, thank you for watching.